What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are broadcasting live right here on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. For you guys that are tuned in, man, that's a dope record. I got this beautiful young lady sitting next to me, Veeta Venom. What's going on, love?
What it do? Thanks for having me.
Oh, listen, thank you for being here. This is long overdue. I'm so excited to have you here. You looking all delicious and stuff. I see you.
I try.
No, honey, you don't try. You do. You definitely doing your thing.
Okay, thank you.
It's so nice to finally bring this together.
Yes, we're so overdue.
Yes, long overdue. Introduce yourself.
So I'm Veeta Venom. That's Veeta Venom, Venom for those who cannot spell. Yes, and I am a female rap recording artist. I sing. I do a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of everything.
I know that's right. Gotta have multiple hustles, right?
Absolutely.
Where you from?
I'm from Washington, D.C. Everyone consider it or calls it the DMV.
The DMV, right.
I'm from the D. I'm from D.C.
Okay, I know that's right. You know, you want to represent where you're from, you know, and that's just what it is. But let's take it back, though. I want people to really understand your journey, how you got to where you're at right now, right? You know, before music was your passion, let's take it back to, like, you know, when you was growing up. Did you aspire to be something different before music?
Yes. So I originally wanted to be this dancer. Girl, I used to sit and binge Aaliyah videos.
I know that's right.
Videos and try to learn all their moves. I was big into dancing.
Okay.
So I did aspire to be a dancer.
That's still within the entertainment industry.
It is.
And I know you can make some moves right now, right?
I still got a little something, but I haven't really been active like I was back then.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. You got other things you're focusing on.
Yeah. I still got rhythm.
No, that's what I'm saying. I know you can still make the moves. I already know.
Yes.
Why music?
Oh my goodness, music is life. You know, for me, it's a vibration. It gets you through anything, everything. I think everybody has a favorite song for just about every emotion.
Absolutely correct.
And I aspire to be that person who can create those emotion songs, those songs that can fit the mean, the sad, the ugly, the happy, the in love,
yeah,
you know, all of that. So I love music. It's a big part of me. So, and it's just, I don't know, I just.
Especially as a woman, us as women, men will never understand this. We're very emotional creatures, right? Like, that's just us. It's within us. So men don't understand. They always think that we're being too emotional. Why are you crying? That's just what women do.
Exactly.
You know, like, it doesn't make us any less of a person. So with that being said, music is an emotion to me. It's a mental therapy. And like you said, everybody has a particular song that they go to depending on if you're in a happy mood, sad mood, you know, missing somebody or whatever, right?
Yes. Even if you want to just get some money. I don't think everybody got that favorite. Like, let me turn this on. Right.
Listen, right. Or you trying to get hyped up because you about to go somewhere and you got to get in the mood,
Exactly.
you know. Work out, whatever it may be. Absolutely. So I did hear you mention that Aaliyah was an inspiration for you as far as dancing.
Yes.
Who were some of the artists that you were listening to growing up? I always like to know this.
Oh, man. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, yeah. They're some of the greatest ever.
Yes. Still today. They're still good.
They
I still
are.
listen to them. Melanie Fiona.
Okay.
Keisha Cole. Oh, that was my girl.
Yeah.
Beyonce, of course.
The way she said that love, I ain't gonna try to repeat it, but the way Keisha Cole she could belt it out.
Yes.
She has a voice on her. I'm sorry,
Yes.
go ahead.
I love her, yes. And a lot. Ja Rule, Ashanti. I listened to a lot of artists growing up.
I was going to say, it sounds like you had a wide variety, which is really dope.
Yes.
So you're not necessarily influenced by one type of genre per se, because each of them had their own sound.
Exactly.
Which I loved. So at what point did you really start pursuing music within your path of growing up?
So I discovered the passion for it in elementary school, of course, just sitting around at the lunch table with my friends, and we would just freestyle. You know, it would be nothing serious, but we would just freestyle, and I knew I had it then. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, growing up from that point and just watching how easy it was for other people to get on, and it's like, yo, I really can do it though. You know, and it's like, I have everything it takes, so why not? You know, and then once I started doing it, I started getting addicted to it. The lifestyle, the good, the bad. I'm kind of in. I'm all in. I'm kind of knee deep in it now.
That's right. There's no turning back now.
No. It'd be all for nothing.
So let's talk about your journey, because when people become a fan of yours, they want to understand. They want to know the ins and outs, the highs, the lows, and everywhere in between, right? You know, so without ever getting too personal, I like you to share that type of stuff. You know, through your music journey, what has been probably the biggest struggle that you had to overcome?
Okay. So, of course, it wouldn't be anything within music. It was me battling cancer. I've been in remission now. It's been a long little minute.
Wow.
It's been a good little minute. It's been over a year, so I don't want to go into...
God is good.
God is real good. And I've, been blessed recently to... just for a lot of stuff. So, like, I'm excited to go back home.
Oh, wow.
Yes. That was, like, the biggest hurdle to step over.
My goodness. Let's talk about that just a little bit. I think when something like that happens, either to you personally or to someone close to you, it gives you a whole new outlook and aspect on life, right?
Absolutely.
Of how precious it is.
How precious it is. How no time you really don't. You have no time.
That's right.
It's like... you look at dating different. You don't want to just be dating around, wasting your time.
Absolutely.
Giving anybody energy. You look at everything different.
Totally different. My sister passed away at 41 from cancer. She was young, and from that day forward, I even changed my style of life. Like, I quit drinking. I changed how I eat, and because a lot of that stuff can contribute to our health issue, not necessarily cancer, but high blood pressure. And I just think about that kind of stuff, and man, I'll tell you, it just gives you a whole different outlook on life.
It does.
But God is good. You're here.
I'm here. I'm blessed. I feel good.
So you really have a story to tell.
Yes. I was even thinking about writing a book.
You
it's
should.
So much.
Listen, please make that happen, because I'll tell you what, like, there's going to be so many other, not just women, but men too, who have battled cancer. They're a survivor. They're going to feel you on that, and they want to hear your story. That's going to be a #1 bestseller right there. We're claiming it. We're throwing that in the atmosphere right now. You dig?
That's why my name is Venom.
Yes. Yes. And Mo, yes. Let's talk about that. Where did the name come from?
Okay. We're sitting back at the elementary school table. So, of course, when rapping, you got your friends that hype you up, and they're like, yo, she be spitting that venom.
Oh, yes.
That's your new name, Veeta. My first name is Veeta. I'm named after my dad. My mom was pressed. His name is Kelvin.
Okay.
So, everyone be like, oh, my God, Veeta, that's your new name. We better call you Veeta Venom. Veeta Venom. And then, as I got older, I started finding, like, interest in different things like snakes and stuff like that. So, it just made it pop. And I used that as far as, like, an image.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it, man. Like, because it was something that's been with you for a long time.
Exactly.
And it's still true to you because it's part of your name.
Yes.
And she do be spitting that venom, y'all. I know y'all heard that song when we first came in.
Okay.
Most definitely. But let's take it to the other side. You had to, get through, man, I can't even imagine, my mom had cancer, my sister had cancer, and it's tough, and you made it through that. Again, God is good, but let's take it to the other side of that. What's been like maybe a really highlight moment for you within music or just in your life period?
Like a good thing?
Yeah. Okay. What's been like a good highlight moment that you would love to go back and relive?
When I was like actively like pushing everything into working with certain people, and it was like right around the time I had dropped my album Bipolar, and I was just really consistent.
Yeah.
And I had so many people that believed in my dream and believed in me, that was rocking with me. And it's like, once you take a break, it can be any type of break, a mental break, social media break.
Yeah.
Getting back is literally like starting completely.
It is. It's very hard.
That's where I would leave that. That's, oh my God. Yeah.
What's keeping you motivated? Because you have been through a lot in your life. What keeps you pushing?
My kids.
Yes. There you go. It's bigger than you.
Yes. I got to be a part of that 1% for us.
Yes. Yes. And yes, absolutely. Being a mother is the greatest gift ever. Definitely. In life.
More life.
And once we have children, it becomes bigger than us, because now not only do you want to live for yourself, but you got others that you want to live for.
Right. Absolutely.
That's so dope. What have you been working on? What's over the last few months? What you got going on? Tell us.
Because yeah. So I dropped a single called Pressure back on Halloween of last year. It's Pressure, so make sure y'all go cop that or whatever. It's out now. It's on everywhere. The video's out as well. And I just recently dropped a single called Body Rockin' featuring Veeta Venom. He's another artist from Washington, D.C. Super dope. He's a writer.
Yes.
He's really good. He's really good at what he does. He does it.
It's a whole vibe. Like, you guys really have chemistry, I can tell. The song came out amazing.
Thank you.
And that's, honestly, that can be hard to do, because to find someone who's going to catch the vibe with you, I'm sure you understand. You've probably experienced that before.
Yes. Yes.
So how did you select him in particular to do that song with?
Because, well, for one, I was like, you know what? I'm always getting features from like people that's not from where I'm from. You know,
right.
I really don't have too many DMV features. And if I'm going to do it, you know, I felt it was going to have to make sense.
Right.
So I'm like, here it is. I have this fire track. I really don't need a feature because it's 2 verses. It's completely finished, but I just felt like he was just so versatile. I just felt like he would do something different. And I just sent it to him, and he was just like, yo, you're so dope. Like, give me 30 minutes. And then he sent it right back, and I was like,
are you serious? Just
yes,
that quick?
That quick. I was like, I love it. I was so impressed. I sent it immediately to my engineer. I'm like, what do you think? He's like, I love it. Let's do it. I'm like, all right. And it was nothing else to do because he had already mixed and mastered his own part.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yo, that's the kind of artist that you want to work with all the time.
Yes.
Man. So it was meant to be. And that lets you know he was genuine about him telling you he really liked your song, because if he didn't, he wouldn't have jumped on it so quick. He wouldn't have like got it done in 30 minutes.
No, and it's that's how it is there. I love being here because it's so supportive here. Everybody has each other's back, and you just got to be here and be consistent and let people see you working. And back home, it is not like that.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. I always like to know. I like the real deal, and it's not to throw shade at your city, because I talk about Tampa the same way. I love my city, but Atlanta's just like, people are very supportive here. It's so funny. Someone referenced Atlanta as being like your nana. It's so loving, and it wraps its arms around you. And come on, baby, that's my nana. And I was like, that's the best analogy I've ever heard.
Yes.
What's it like in your city? And let's talk, musically. Give it to us real deal. Are people supporting? Are there events? What's going on?
So the events that they do have are mostly like showcases, and then they want you to pay for that. And me personally, I think that's kind of like getting over, because it's like, if you had like another like big name artist there to like bring out a for sure crowd, then it would make sense. But you're basically basing your crowd on who we bring out.
Right, absolutely.
And then we're paying you because whatever you had to pay for the venue, which isn't fair. So
right.
The DMV, I wouldn't recommend that type of stuff.
Especially if they're not going to have people in the building that you can network with,
Everybody's doing the same thing in the building, and the people that's there as far as the crowd is who we bring out. So it's not really like,
it's not beneficial.
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, in certain things you do, you're going to have to invest in, but it's got to make sense. You want to make sure that you're going to gain some sort of exposure behind it.
Exactly.
Because again, this music business is very expensive, and you got kids and bills to pay. And so it's like, when you spend anything, just like with me too, every dollar I spend, it's got to count. It's got to make sense.
Absolutely. Especially when people or other artists talk about paying them for features. I'm not against it. I'm not opposed to it. But
right.
It's like, it has to make sense. What am I getting for this price?
That's right.
Saying? Like, are you just coming to record a verse? Are you going to just send me a verse and that's it? No. Are you going to come out to the video shoot? Are you going to help market and promote the song? Are you going to, help with coming out doing certain performances if I'm near you? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to show love? Or is this just for the verse? Because personally, I don't need the verse.
Absolutely.
So like,
you're dope all by yourself.
Yeah, and I don't mean to sound big-headed or too cocky, but that's exactly
how
I
view it.
Like,
big facts. Like, I'm with you with the artists that I work with. If we do, if either somebody wants to jump on the song or we want to reach out to somebody for a verse, it has to make sense, because if they're not willing to, get in the video, maybe help with the marketing campaign, then what's the point?
What is the point?
Yeah, you shouldn't be left to do everything.
Absolutely.
So, especially, if they can't even post it on their social media, that's corny. It's like, show some love, man. Come on. So what's been bringing you back and forth to Atlanta?
Oh my goodness, the level of just help here, support. Sometimes I come out here and don't have anything lined up and just it just falls into place.
Yeah.
Just stuff happens, and just being here is just Black Hollywood, the land of opportunity. Anything can happen, and I'm really trying to get here permanently. So
yeah, now that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Come on out here. We got room for you and your kids, and that's it. Like, come on out here. I'll tell you, like, it's been life-changing for me. I've met some of the dopest person, including Lala. Shout out to my girl Lala, man.
Shout out to Lala.
I just love her. Her and I connected like literally right after I moved here. And it's been a whole vibe since then. And she's one of the few people out here that I really respect to do business with. Man, I love her. Shout out to Lala. Shout out to the whole progress report.
The whole progress report. Oh, man. Lala is amazing. She is the GOAT.
She is.
She really is. Her and like, because I don't really know too many people here, so I now know you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm so glad that we know each other. It's about time.
Yes. So now you, La, and of course Tamika, my girl Ty. She's another plug. She's like one of those people. You probably wouldn't know her if you've seen her, but if somebody said her name, you're like, I heard of her.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, like she's done something. She's always needed. Like she's just one of those people you just gotta keep around.
Absolutely.
And you gotta be loyal to them. I love them. Thank you, Law. Thank you, Ty.
Tell us about your tats.
Ooh. Okay, so you can't see this one, but I have a Medusa head on my chest. Again, I go by Veeta Venom, so I feel like I'm the queen of serpents.
Yes.
You know what Medusa is, she's like the queen of serpents, but if you got to know her story. You know, she was cursed with what she looks like, and you know, we don't like men. And you know.
Hey, baby, ain't nothing wrong with that at all. I can't stand them most of the time either. Slick.
Okay. And I just got this one literally a couple days ago.
Oh, I love that.
In my little boo thing.
Yes.
He got her one. I got his only.
Oh, that's cute. I love that. Now, what about, talk to us about this one right here on your neck.
This one? So this is Medusa whispering into my ear.
That is dope.
And then it's like the serpent snake going around my ear on the side of my face.
I love that. Listen, I'm so infatuated. I'm all covered up today, but I've got them everywhere too. I think it's just a great way to express yourself.
Yes, it's art.
It is definitely art, and you're an artist. Let's talk about that. Within, the entertainment business, I'm a big believer in we got to have multiple hustles, right? We can't just do one thing.
We can't just do one thing.
And we really learned that heavily, especially through the pandemic. If we were only relying on one source of income, we may have went broke, right? What else are you into besides, being a dope artist?
So I have to, do something to make the bread and butter.
Girl, I know that's right.
So I do full-time security back home.
Security?
Yes, but see, I'm smart about it. So I only work weekends.
Okay.
So I only work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I work doubles. Like I work overnight.
So you get your 40 hours in a weekend.
36 to 40.
I know that's right.
And during the week, I do nails.
Okay.
I have a little luxury in-home spa at home. I do nails and pedicures and.
That's a lucrative business because everybody always wants petties, manis, acrylics, whatever.
Everybody.
Yes. Men and women.
And kids.
And kids. Yeah. Wow. So let's talk about the security. You do security?
I do, but it's not like the Rick Ross situation.
Right.
Like, nah. Nah. So I'm just, I sit at a desk. I work inside of an apartment complex. It's like for citizens, senior citizens, like older people. So
yeah,
I'm just like concierge. I don't really have any authority. So the most I do is see something and call the police and let them handle it.
Right.
I'm not doing that either.
But I mean, that probably also makes you feel good though, because you are there protecting them. And
exactly. I'm there to just make sure everything is copacetic.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
And I have such a soft spot in my heart for older people because, some of them, they really can't fend for themselves. It's almost like a child. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They get to a certain point and, it's like now that my dad is older and, he gets around a little bit slower. I used to get impatient with older people, but now that my dad's older, I'm like, I get mad when people get impatient with older people. So I love what you do. You're looking out, making sure that they're good.
I be trying.
How long you been doing nails and stuff?
Oh man, I've been doing nails maybe a year before the pandemic started.
Okay. So, what made you get into that?
It's easy. And I'm such an artist, between painting, the whole ordeal. I get it done in 25, 30 minutes tops. And I sit back and see how long it takes other girls to do nails. And I'm like, oh. But I'm so dope with it. I just love what I do.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, because the thing is, you don't want to go to the salon or if someone does it from their home or wherever and sit there for 3 hours. We got other stuff to do.
You're 9 times out of 10 going to sit in someone's house or salon for 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm already knowing. And it's shoot, I want to get in, look good, and keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
How has that been going for you? You know, I know you staying busy with it.
Actually, with nails, I haven't been that busy.
Okay. You're still building up your clientele because you're still fairly new with it.
I had it, but the clientele was booming when the pandemic first started.
Oh.
But like once like the salons and stuff started reopening, it was like, forget her. And I think it was because I was like appointment based and they couldn't just walk to my house.
Understood. Right. Well, they got to respect that. Okay. So we're going to totally take a sidebar for a minute. Is that okay? You do pedicures, right? Mm-hmm. Do you ever get grossed?
Girl, I have seen the craziest stuff, okay? Like, it was one lady, she didn't even have any toenails.
What?
And I literally had to build some for her with acrylic. And she was in love, and she just kept coming back. So I was just like, okay, I got you. But yes, I've seen some really horrible stuff. Like, but in my head, I'm like, I could fix that. You know
exactly.
It do be nasty.
Because you're an artist.
Exactly. And trust me, by the time they leave, they do not look like or feel like the way they did.
Right. It's amazing what makeup or nails or whatever hair can do for somebody, right?
Absolutely. It's like surgery.
It is. Absolutely. I'm like, because, you know, and you know how social media goes. We only post the good stuff on there. Trust me, we all have bad pictures, but they'll never get out to the public. Like, you better not leak that photo ever in life. Is that something that you think you'll continue doing, is doing nails and stuff?
Yeah, so I do want to push nails more. I want to get like more into it, marketing it, promoting it right, and getting more clientele to keep myself more busy because it's easy money and it's a lot of money if I can stay busy. So
absolutely. Yeah. Do you want to branch out from that and do other things, you know, beauty wise, like you know, facial? Nothing. No. Stick with that only.
Yes.
I know that's right because you know your main focus, I would imagine, is your music.
It's music. Yes. Yes, I really wouldn't even have time to juggle another hobby or add another career right now. It would just.
But it's good that you're doing it like appointment based because you can do it on your time.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, when you have a full time, like, and you still work, you said 35, 40 hours a week. When do you have time for leisure stuff?
I do it during the week. You know, well, like, you know, while the kids are in school, I can do the nails.
Right, there you go.
Then when they're not in school, you know, I have time for them and I'm with them. And then when it's bedtime, it's grown people time.
I know that's right.
You know,
I know that's
right. You
right.
gotta make time for stuff crazy.
What would be one thing that you wouldn't mind sharing with your fans that they may not know about you?
I'm taken.
And it seems to be happy because you got the tent, right?
Like, right. And this is like probably the first time I ever moved this fast. Like, I've moved fast. I feel like we all have the moments.
Of course we have.
Fast, but no, I moved.
But you know what though? I'm not mad at you, and I'm going to say why, because you've experienced a lot in your life, right?
Yes.
You went through something that could have potentially taken your life. So now you're at the point where you're like, you know what? I'm not wasting no time.
Exactly how I feel. Like, I just don't feel like I have any room for error.
No.
Time to waste. Just like, look, what are we doing? Are you my boyfriend today? Because I like you.
Yeah. Listen, I know that's right. And I know you're still young, but as we get older, we feel that even more so. You know, like, it's like, okay, the time is ticking there, honey. What are we doing?
How old do you think I am?
If I had to guess, somewhere in your 20s, I would say like mid-20s.
You gotta guess.
I'm gonna go with your 26.
Okay, because I was like, y'all, why she keep saying you so young? Girl, I'll be 30 in June.
Oh no. Well, you're still young, but I would have put you definitely, I would say between maybe like 23, 26 max.
I like that.
You look good, baby.
I like
but 30 is still so young.
I feel so old.
No.
Getting out the bed is not like getting out the bed at 20. I'm sorry.
Listen, let me tell you something. Like, it's really all where your mind is. 'Cause I'm 47, right? You know, my son's 27. You know? So I really feel like it's a mental. My significant other, he's 13 years younger than me. He only 34. I caught me a younger one. You know what I'm saying? But that keeps me young. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, hey, we gotta stay young and youthful, especially in this business, right?
Yes.
What are some of your future goals with music? Where do you want to go with it?
I ask myself this often because it's always that chance that, you know, you just don't, you know, and then it's that chance that it just happened, you know. So it's like I would, you know, just stay in the industry, but I would definitely keep making a name for myself doing other things, writing music. I'm about to start producing soon. I'm about to get into recording artists, and so I will be able to, you know, be of some help in other areas, if not just what I do, you know. And God willing, if manifestation goes as correctly planned, I feel like I would be a part of that 1%. I want to be like a baby weekend. Like, I'm not performing a whole lot, but I want to perform, but I really want to just be popping to, like, my music played in a lot of TV series,
yes,
movies, stuff like that. Like, where it matters, commercials,
right?
Yeah, radio's cool, you know, clubs are cool. But that gets played out. What don't get played out?
Listen,
everybody watches TV.
I know that's right. Especially, you know, because you think about it, as people get older, they stop going to clubs and events and stuff like that. Like, I do not like being in the club at this point in my life. I do it.
Girl, I be falling asleep on the wall. I be like, how the youngins just...
And it's boring now. Like, honestly, you know, when I was in my early 20s and I was going to the clubs, we would go in there and we would dance. Me and my homegirls, and we would literally be on the dance floor all night, sweating and just having a good time. Now
they just standing.
They want to who can get the biggest section with the most bottles. Who are you trying to impress? It's a waste of money. It really
is.
You know, you could easily, first of all, you got to pay $20 to park. Then you might need to pay another $20, $30 to walk through the door. Then the drinks are $15 each. I'm like, you know, by the time you done with the night, you don't spend $200-$300 and you have nothing to show for it, but maybe a hangover the next day.
And some pictures and videos.
Right.
Somebody took of you for content, but
there's other ways to get content.
Absolutely.
So I like that your focus is, like you said, movies and things like that, because that's way more lucrative.
Absolutely.
You think about if there's a good movie that's out there, or even a commercial, every time that thing is played, that's a check for you. That's residual income. That's what I'm talking about, you know? And especially with us having the type of platforms we have now, like Netflix and stuff, you know, right. People can go back and watch pretty much whatever movies they want at any time. So it's going to constantly get played. Is acting a thing for you?
Acting's a very big thing.
Talk to us about it.
So I actually just recently started shooting. I got picked up for, excuse me, I got picked up for a TV series that's supposed to be getting picked up soon. I don't want to go too into the details.
Right, absolutely, understood.
But I think it is going to be on Netflix. I believe it will be.
Wow, that's big.
Yes. And I play a big significant role. Like, I just shot my first episode, and it took me about, it surprisingly didn't take long to learn my lines, but moving forward, I would probably have to, like, stop smoking.
That would be my biggest fear. I've done like a couple small movies and had very small roles in them, and that was always my biggest fear, is I'm going to forget my lines. But from the experience that I've had, and I don't know if it's like this with the bigger series of movies, they're like, just if you can get the gist of the script, it doesn't have to be exact. You can kind of make it your own, but at least, you know, kind of stick to the script a little bit.
That's exactly how it was.
That's great, because then it comes out more organically.
Right.
You know, man, so that's something you would definitely like to pursue more?
Yes.
All right, so any of my filmmakers out there, you know, casting calls, all that, she's ready. And film, honestly, to me, has more longevity, and there's always a budget there.
Always. Like, the whole thing I did agree to do for free, but
well, that's a foot in the door.
A big foot in the door. But I have sex scenes.
Woo, Lord Jesus, I can't wait to see that.
I have sex scenes. So I do get paid for the sex scenes.
Yes. Okay. I can't wait to watch that.
I'm crying. We can't wait.
That is so dope. So that's going to be coming probably sometime this year? Or you don't know the dates yet?
I have no idea on dates, but just to make a big assumption, probably next year.
Because it takes a long time. The post-production side is probably the longest, because they have to actually go in and edit the audio, and then sometimes they have to bring you back in to record some of your audio in the studio if it didn't capture right on set. And it's a lot to do. My significant other, he does a lot of post-production for films and stuff, and you know, it's a lot of work after the fact. You know, most definitely.
Definitely. I was getting so sleepy on set, and it was like, we started at like 5, and it was like, I'm looking up, it's like almost 1 a.m. I'm like, dude,
Whoa,
I'm ready to go to sleep.
Yes.
I need to sleep during these hours. My body's ready to shut down. Okay. Yeah.
What's your very next move? What can we expect coming up from you?
See, I'd be wanting to just dish it out, but I feel like a surprise would be much better. Look, it's your girl Veeta Venom, and it's coming soon.
Yeah, I know that's right. I like that. Just leave it like that. Any potential albums in the works? Is that something you can speak on?
Yes. So I am dropping an EP called Pressure. It's based off the single Pressure.
Oh,
It'll be dropping on my birthday, June 4th of this year.
Okay, Miss Gemini, I see you. You got 2 sides to you, huh?
8 of them, but yeah.
That's dope. So is the song going to be on the EP, the Pressure song?
Yes.
I love that. I really like when artists do that, when they actually name a project after one of the songs.
Yes, and it makes so much sense. It's going.
Yeah, what made you decide to do that?
Because I'm Pressure, and I just wanted to just give a little snippet of what I mean when I say that. So I gave it like the 4, maybe 5, who knows, even 6 best tracks of this, showing how pressure I am, how much pressure I bring. Pressure.
You need to get a little tattoo that says Pressure.
I have no room there. I will though. It's gonna be somewhere big. It gotta be. It's
just that I ain't got no room left.
It's gonna be so dope.
Who are some of the producers that you worked with on this project?
I'm only working with one right now. And
okay.
That's J-Rob. I go to House of J-Rob in Suitland, Maryland, and he's dope. So if you guys are ever in Maryland or the DMV area and you need an engineer and somewhere to record, go to House of J-Rob and say Veeta Venom sent you. Thank me later. J-Rob, happy birthday again, bro.
So he does your production and your engineering?
Yes.
See, that is so dope, because when you build that type of chemistry with one person, they're always going to perfect your sound for you.
It's just getting better and better.
Yeah, and it will continue to get better, because you guys will understand each other more, and he'll understand you more the more you work together on how you want your sound to be.
Yep. And I just can't wait for y'all to see it.
I know that's right. Before we get into giving out your social media and all that stuff, is there anything else that you have going on or coming up that you want to share with everybody?
Okay, besides upcoming more acting gigs, guys, y'all gonna be seeing me in so much stuff. I'm so excited. Even if y'all go see me walk past the screen in a commercial, y'all know it's me.
Yes.
Big singles dropping, EP dropping soon on my birthday, June 4th. So make sure y'all checking for that. And I do have a surprise coming out this Halloween of this year. So just be on the lookout, you know what I'm saying? No song.
Yeah, because you dropped Pressure on Halloween of last year.
I dropped something on Halloween of every year.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So that I think that's really dope, because that becomes a part of your brand.
Yep.
They know every year on Halloween we can expect something from Veeta Venom.
Absolutely.
That's really dope. And you have to do that as an artist. You have to have something consistent.
Have to.
You know, whether you have a series that you do or something, you know, and you doing something every Halloween, that's your consistency right there.
It's my favorite time of the year. It's my favorite day. So.
Have you ever dressed up as Medusa?
No, but I think I was going to do it this year.
Yes.
I've done
You
everything
got to. That'll be dope. Well, listen, we're about to get into the closure of this. I appreciate you being here today. Shout out to Veeta Venom. She looks so beautiful and delicious, y'all. Tell everybody where they can follow you and keep up with you.
Yes, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Veeta Venom. That's Veeta Venom, Venom, for those who cannot spell. And it's with an underscore, because they did take my last page. So Veeta Venom with an underscore on Instagram, and it's just Veeta Venom on any other social media. That's Twitter and everything else.
Dope. Who do you want to give a shout out to?
Big special shout out to my engineer, my producer, J-Rob. My little boo thing. What's up, Damo? Crank. You know what I'm saying? T.Y. Boo, you know I love you. You know what I'm saying, girl? You know you be feeling some type of way, girl. You know I love you. You is that, boo. And, of course, Lala Shepherd, because, you know, she be putting things together. She make it happen.
She
and
does.
You.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Know?
Listen, I'm feeling all this good energy today. Listen, let me tell you, I'm big on people's energy, because there are some people that you don't even want to get close to. Facts. Because they have such a negative vibe. Facts. You brought some beautiful energy through here today. Last but not least, before we get up out of here, we are live and direct on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. So I got to know, what makes Veeta Venom the Industry's Most Wanted?
Because I'm unsigned Pressure, and can't nobody do it better. Bars, baby.
Ooh, you dig? Appreciate you guys. We up out of here.